What's up, guys? If you smoke weed as frequently as I do, then you'd for sure come up with some ideas that sound good at the time, but then as you're doing them, you start wondering if what you were smoking was even weed. Turns out it was heroin, and this video is one of those ideas. Hi, I'm Bob Faggot, and I'm here to talk to you about clouds, the ultimate enemy. Clouds, Mother Nature's weightless cum, or as science likes to call them, an aerosol consisting of a visible mass of minute liquid droplets, frozen crystals, or other particles suspended in the atmosphere of a planetary body or similar space. Basically, a fucking cloud. But what science neglects to tell you is that they're just waiting for the right moment to destroy everything we know and love, like Jessica Alba. You know how The Simpsons can predict the future to the point where we need to raid Matt Groening's house and steal his fucking time machine? Well, Family Guy can do it also. It's just their prophecies haven't plagued us yet. Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, what about when I show you this clip? This one right here.
So, Bill, we attack tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
I mean it this time.
I do too.
When will tomorrow be? That's for the clouds to decide. Not to mention, in the same episode, Peter bought volcano insurance. When did this episode come out? 2003. How many volcanoes have erupted since then? 19, with a casualty count of over 400. But that's for another video. Right now, you're probably thinking, well, Mr. Faggot, they're just clouds. They can't hurt anybody. Plus, they're an average of 60,000 feet above us at all times. When's the last time something 60,000 feet above us caused us any harm? Now, I know nuclear clouds are different from the clouds that naturally form in our sky, but that doesn't mean they're any less deadly. I mean, technically they are, but I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if I took technicalities into everything. Like right there, did I even use the word technicality in the right way? But what I'm saying is, clouds are like that one black kid who was bad at sports. You didn't know the severity of how bad he was until you seen him throw a football with two hands. Basically, they're menaces to society that make it harder to enjoy life. Might I remind you of a recent tragedy that involved Kobe Bryant, a helicopter, and some clouds? Or what about the other tragedy that involved Stevie Ray Vaughan, a helicopter, and some clouds? If the weather had been predicted as sunny side up that day, we'd maybe have two less gravestones memorializing two people who were gone before their time, you feel me? But those aren't the only examples. It's just if I said names like Graham Hill and Arvid Lindman, you'd probably think I'm making those names up, and I'm totally not, I promise. But if you go on Google and type in fog-related accidents, because using the word cloud makes Google think you're talking about memory space related accidents. But when you search that up, and yes, fog is a type of cloud. I even asked Jeeves, who said to ask Google, and they're like, you right, son. But after you look that up, I don't know what link it'll be for you, but you want to click on the one that says Road Weather Management Program, which I guess is an official website of the U.S. Department of Transportation. Basically, it shows you the annual averages for each weather-related crash over a 10-year period, and according to them, the weather types include wet pavement, rain, snow and sleet, icy pavement, snow and slushy pavement, and last but not least, fog, also known as the cloud's retarded cousin. But again, don't let that fool you, because they don't say he's got the strength of a retard for nothing.
I don't know if you guys know anything about retard strength, but they have the strength of like 35 horses.
But when you first look at this chart, you're probably thinking, this Mr. Faggot guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It says right here, wet pavement has over 860,000 crashes, while fog has a measly 25,000. This guy and his faggot last name can fuck off. And I will, don't worry, you guys aren't that fun to talk to, but hear me out. Yeah, all the other weather conditions have higher numbers, but if you compare the percentages of people that die between all of them, you'd be surprised at the numbers fog is pulling, considering you were just talking shit about their 25K. Now, I may have spoken too soon about retards because I'm pretty sure I am one, because I'm not 100% sure I'm reading this chart right. But basically, it shows the number of accidents over that 10-year period, how many included injuries, and how many were fatal. But the next column is split up into two sections, and this is where the chart lost me because, for instance, there's almost 700,000 wet pavement accidents, but then it says 15% of vehicle accidents, and then after it says 70% of weather-related crashes. I don't know if that's 15% of the total amount of crashes. Actually, this confirms it. I am one of those retards I just talked about, because that is exactly what it is. Yeah, retard confirmed. Congratulations, Josh. It only took you 3 days. But anyways, just to make things easier for me, we don't even need these numbers. All I'm focused on is column number 1. And of course, at first glance, you're like, Come on, faggot. It only says 2% of all fatal crashes were caused by fog. Well, it also says that for snow, ice, and sleet. Not to mention, that's counting everybody all together. And I said not to pay attention to that column. But when you look at the percentages of people that die separately for each category, it's not a big difference, but you're basically twice as likely to die in a car crash caused by fog than any other weather condition. And it's not even clouds that naturally form in our sky we have to worry about. Remember this? What about this? No, that wasn't a movie clip from 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow. That was a news clip from September 11th, and that's a fucking dust cloud made of ashes. Can you imagine being these people in that moment? Whatever they feared the most just appeared to them as a fucking cloud of Trade Center dust. Also, I like how the camera guy is getting fucking stage 30 lung cancer, just casually filming everything like a fat Jew in distress. Those are the people I think we forgot to thank. This man was at ground zero and was like, ABC better give me a fucking raise when I show them this footage tomorrow. Meanwhile, tomorrow is when they strike.
I mean it this time.
I do too.
Like I said earlier though, whether it be a cloud from God, a terrorist group, or a fucking volcano, because if you think not being able to see is bad, just imagine not being able to see the sun. That's when the plants die, then all the animals that eat the plants die, then the vegans die, then the animals that eat the plants die, then we die. And to think, all this would happen because an aerosol consisting of a visible mass of minute liquid droplets, frozen crystals, or other particles suspended in the atmosphere of a planetary body or similar space said, nope, not today, humans. Maybe next time when you aren't riddled with war and racism and crime and all the other nouns that negatively but accurately describe your shithole planet. Anyways, guys, that's it. If you're wondering what video I did that's similar to this one, in the sense that I got too high and thought of a stupid idea, it's the whale one. Peace.
On Christmas, I'm building with wise men. Round up burning bush. On eBay pushing. How much can I get for Reggie Bush's Heisman?